There you go. There we go.
I think it's decent.
Yeah, I'm just looking over the comp. You're lucky that your tank line picks a reasonable composition on the map.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Oh, thanks. Do you have any like advice on like where exactly I should stand here for like, you know, like getting shots off here? Like, should I stand near the corner or more front?
Yo, I gotta finish drinking something to help with my headache. After that
Yeah, no worries. Did you start stream, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
So like my thing. Oh damn, that's loud. I gotta turn that fucking down. Thank you for the follow. The thing is, you don't know if they have a Widowmaker, a Hunter, or anything. Like, you're lucky that your Winston invests shield, but it's still kind of potentially gonna be a bad investment if they are really fast. And then no, I think the Winston shield might be worth it, but the point is, if they have an Ashe or like a Widow or a Hunter in a normal situation, and they move over here and try to take a shot at you, you have a potential for dying. So I prefer it if you just
stay the corner second, peek
like,
back.
start it here or potentially here, so you can get a little more sight. But
yeah, and the reason being
this
is
much doesn't give you better sight line.
Got
it
it.
moves you further from cover.
Yeah.
I usually do this thing where I write down notes. I'm sure you can remember, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm ready with notes as well. So
Defend objective A.
Oh, okay. He puts the shield on. Fucking back. Oh, unfortunate. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know why, but I always have anxiety as Ashe or Hitscan going against Pharah. Like, because everyone, I feel like psychologically, like if I don't kill her, like I feel like the team will flame me. And then like us would see like a good Pharah will both zone me out, and I feel like the splash damage, you know, like the rockets just like do a lot against me. So like I always have like struggle against Pharaohs as a head scan.
yeah, I think that's completely reasonable. I mean, I think a lot of people that are playing Hitscan are just going, oh fuck Pharah. Because usually it's accompanied by a Merc and you're just expected to 1 versus 2, and people never actually acknowledge the fact that it's a 1 versus 2 and you have a tough time winning it. Like, you're not even able to one-shot the bitch.
I guess like the biggest thing I also struggle is like just the splash damage, or I don't know if it's like me not positioning. So like
the usage of dynamite.
Well, what I mean is like normally if I go hit scan versus hit scan, I know like okay, I want to take a corner and I want to peek. If I get hit, I could go back. But I feel like against like a Pharah and like a projectile, like I don't know what like the rules of engagement, like how cover works or positioning works
like
against
with
like a Pharah.
like the different DPS against each other.
Yeah, because like again, hit scan I just know LOS, but like with Pharah, if she's like high in the air and she's just like shooting rockets down on me, like where do I position? So yeah, that's
so
yeah,
like,
if you can help me on that.
So if she's playing that big building is like the corner here, you're not gonna win that because you don't have the one-shot potential. And if you're hiding here, you can't shoot because she splash damages you. So if you're able to get shots in from here onto her head, sure. But if nothing else, you're gonna have to fall back because you still wanna keep a bit of distance out against her, and you don't want her to play an area where she gets cover. Like if she starts making a rotation here, you might even wanna consider if you have your slow coach gun, because your coach gun is not gonna do much if you're all the way over there. Then you can potentially, if you wanna, be risky about it. Move down and use the payload as a bit of cover and see if you can get 2 cheeky shots in on her head, and then just coach gun up, but that's still a little bit risky. And I'm not super keen on it. I would like that if you press tab now. Now you don't know if they have a trace on you, right?
Yep.
The lucky thing here is that your tracer is already on the right side, so if she spots the enemy tracer, they're gonna be dueling for the space.
I think we have a widow. But yeah.
You have Widow?
Oh, I don't know. I'm stupid. So I dropped low ground because I didn't want the wall against me with a splash.
Yeah. Oh! Like the one thing I don't like about dropping low ground is you didn't look before going.
Yeah.
I guess get fucked here. So, like, potentially the best option would have probably been to go down there. Because if they try to push in through there, it's gonna get fucked, right? Like, the roar can aggressively push into you. You get cover against the enemy Ashe, and if Ada pushes out further against you, you should have something like she's gonna go out of her cover basically.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So like this rotation is usually where you escape. Like also back in dive meta, it was basically also putting a tracer back there, and then your support started up here, and then they rotated back through there.
Unlucky.
They are getting on my nerves.
I don't know why I went out, so.
Well, I'm gonna find out my stream on my other PC so I can keep eyes on chat if there's anything actually written there. Nothing.
Diva. Follow me.
I don't like that spot honestly, because you don't get any cover and she shot you once and you're without your coast gun now on the low ground. Fuck, I just muted my other PC twice and it just keeps going.
Watching your back.
I got directed. She's I'll switch.
Like, there's stuff like
Should
that
be
I don't
reloading
like,
here.
where you just went away from the cover, but like you didn't get any kind of better sideline.
I want to build a ship over there.
Yeah, it's viewed as a bad habit. God. Only way you can do shit against that fighter is having a pocket as well.
The what?
A pocket as well, so you can actually do
Oh,
sufficient
pocket as
damage.
well. Yeah. You are trash. Yes. Personal is super toxic.
Oh my god, switch Winston, you are
I don't know.
Fire.
Alright, coming back, going here. Yeah, it gives you a longer sideline. Always coach gun
Yeah,
back
but
if you
then
see
I
the
do
road.
like this weird rotation.
The view is
I don't like you moving any further in because,
fire.
Should've just stayed right.
like right here, you would have cover. You've had the access to Mega, which would allow your supports to still do whatever the fuck they want, right? Like you like if you whenever you're playing support, like if someone takes a health pack instead of demanding healing when you're doing something else, is fucking amazing. So like if you play here, you have cover, you have Mega, but then you rotate into the middle of it all. They have an easy time shooting you, and you can get shot easily from the ones up top there.
Devil's Advocate. I don't know if you know that saying in Scandinavia.
Yeah, I know.
Like counter argument. Like, one thing I'm always like, not that I'm afraid of it, but like I'm always wary of is like getting split off and isolated. So like, if I go right and they keep pushing, like pro is I have like a cross angle.
Well, you
right?
don't
And
necessarily have
great.
to take Mega. You can also just coach gun back, and that's a mini.
That's right. I guess like
If they try to
it's-
push you while you coach gun back, they're gonna die for it because they rotate into open sidelines.
yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Like they should be shielding you off and dealing with main, if they're scared of you. I mean, well, they can also shield off main, but that shield's gonna bang usually. Oh, a bit
The
of a
view
mix.
is not interesting.
And well, that's what I meant with using that bit there. You'd be able to coach gun back to the mini. You'd have noticed her in time. And the sidelines
did
you
I
got
use-
from moving here.
Can you rewind? When did I use Coach Gun? Or how did I use it?
You use the coach gun to fuck with her shots on you while trying to save yourself. Actually, we get early information of the fighter being there. So here you are, Tracer. Nah, okay. That was just a random melee. I thought the Tracer was actually fighting the fighter.
The view is not interesting.
That's the coach gun.
But if I was more right, yeah, if I start from the right more, then I
Yeah.
could have gone inside. Yep.
Like
gone
you could have
cover
either
and
gotten
then
inside to Mega, or you could have gone to Mini, which would have still provided you a sideline on Fata. She wouldn't be on top of you immediately, which fucks with your fire onto her, but while making it easier for her. You'd have cover as well, whereas moving out into the open while you didn't bring you better sidelines.
Yeah. So like, it's not just sticking near corners, but also like getting away from cover without any additional benefit of sightlines.
Yeah.
So,
Will only
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go for like some different positioning, like it better bring you better sidelines if it doesn't have cover.
yeah.
So you have Bob.
Oops.
Oh, again. I keep going right and then I keep rotating.
Oh yeah, this is just straightforward. If you're gonna be right, be right. Like you could, for example, you could have coach gone up here and then use that as cover, and then if you start feeling threatened, you just walk away. Right?
Yeah.
But doing that while you went all the way right here, and then you coach guns further this way, like you were so close to just straight up insing and dying to Roadhog hook. You probably
Yeah, I'm just doing follow the Rhine mentality.
that's so bad. You're lucky. You're on. Nope. I take that back. And yeah, die.
I think we just keep losing. Yeah, we got steamrolled for the rest.
So like, in terms of sidelines and third point, and you keep going on our right side. Yeah, at the first time, well, it's obviously the right choice, but you can take this route and take the sideline from right side, which we just went over. But you could also take left side, which would still bring you decent sidelines. You go forward a bit more. You'd have quite decent sidelines.
If I
from
stayed
here.
right, dude, that would have been amazing. I would have had Bob for like a cross angle Bob. God.
Yeah, you could have gone for a different angle and get a lot more value as Ashe. Like if you could start right and then rotate it over to main, you still have this angle from like positioning here in this general area, and you'd be able to threaten their fighter a lot. But this just did nothing what you did.
Yeah, I think you can skip forward. I think just. Let's see. Do we actually clutch it out? I feel like we got rolled. Oh, actually, I do think we clutch it out.
I don't see the rest of the kill feed, so there is a clear issue in that you're not paying attention to that. Then there's another issue. If you're not the contesting point because Bob is, and your current positioning, what does that allow their Ashe do?
Can you say that again?
So like first off, you're not watching res. We know that she we
Oh,
can't see
yeah.
res and kill feed. I'm assuming she doesn't have res. I mean, go back a bit. Res is used here. Okay, so she has it. No,
But
she has used
yeah,
it.
I don't. Yeah.
So it's fine. Like you don't have to watch the mercy then. But the other as res is not an option for them, and your current positioning, why are you without? Again, what do you like?
Like my positioning, yeah, it's like right out in the open without. I could be like cornering, peeking the corner.
You get nanoed, you lucky bastard.
I know. I'm so. Look at me pop off. So good. Why should I listen to you? I just popped off. I'm kidding. And I was lucky.
Like that Ashe still missed like 1 or 2 shots on you and she could have killed you before the nano. So It's really
So basically, I should have been peeking the corner, right?
like yeah, and like you still have downtime to shots. Just use that downtime to use cover or something. But don't just stand in the open, making yourself easy to shoot. Oh, they've swapped Genji from Fata. At risk you place trap because then you could check their composition and you'd actually know they have Genji. So if they have Genji, you probably assume he's going up there. Or taking North Angle maybe, I don't know. Like he's just looking to farm bait, but he's not gonna do that in main against the Reinhardt holding shield.
So sorry, you're saying instead of holding main here, I should probably take an off angle, like go top left.
No. It's just like if you press tab, you'd know they have Genji, and you know that Genji's probably gonna go this way. And if you're not watching him, he's just maybe gonna give 3 shurikens in your head or do some crazy fucking pork shit, right? But if you're watching him, he doesn't get to do that. I can't do anything about him. Size bubble in terms of bubbles. No. Oh, good. Oh, he stayed main. I got scared for a moment that thinking you went all the way right side when he or enemy Warthog was meeting you there. That's going well.
Hog behind. Yep. Hog behind right now. He's gonna hook me. He's gonna hook on him maybe.
I am ignoring the hog.
Yeah, and he still had like the Sigma can just kind of ignore you and use the cover, and then once he gets healed, he can just rotate out. And that Mercy didn't you like you're not gonna get any kills there, but your teammates may die if you don't help them with the hog. And that's the Genji we talked about, and you didn't have attention for in the last fight.
Genji's above.
No one can hide from my sight.
Hog slept.
Really obsessed with the Sigma.
Let me heal, Zarya. Come here, bitch. Sorry. Hit the shatter blade, I think.
Nice.
Was my positioning not? I'm not gonna say it's
Like, so far it's
ideal.
better, so I'm just looking for something
better.
Yeah, because like you're using a shield, so it doesn't like you can just go for being a bit more aggressive.
But I'm also not like going all the way right for nothing. Like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get as much sight as I need without
Like we-
exposing myself.
Like we had 2 times there in a row where you just died straight up because you were like retarded with your rotation, and then also your positioning. Ooh. Fuck, one shot.
Oh, that is a nut. Oh, and he lives.
How did he live? What the fuck is that?
Thank you.
Probably with no ammo.
Yeah, no ammo for sure. That's such a stupid mistake. you
Welcome
see
to
from German
ladder.
players. Like that's when they make 3 flashbangs as well, and then just like, oh wait, I don't have ammo. Tracer lives. It's so fucking annoying. No.
Oh. Well, so like, okay, jokes aside, like, I guess like, yeah, like when I go up there, should I have like been more cautious or?
So if you go up there, what is it actually gonna bring you?
I guess in my mind, I was hoping that okay, while they're rotating and going through main, maybe like their Ana will be out on the back line and I could get like a headshot, or maybe I could also go for like a backline bob.
So you never
So-
press tab. I don't know for sure, but they probably still have Genji. And
Mhm.
if he chooses to fight you, he wants to have this closed off area because like you want longer fights against him, and he wants short fights against you, right?
Yeah.
And then they also have a Roadhog choosing to go up here, which I'm not really against. But like basically, it's not gonna give you any kind of good sideline. And the Ana can rather easily zone you out in terms of what value you could have gotten. If I go back, yeah, here, if that value Ana just stands at that wall, right, which she's gonna do either way if she wants to have a decent positioning, because you can, if you stand on the far right here, you can get shots on her if she's standing main right. But if she stands next to this wall, you can't get shots on her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then if you go up here, like you're still not gonna get shots on her. It's like this exact same thing, like she can zone out your shots. So you don't get any sideline. You move into an area where they want to fight you, and you need to get yourself killed. Yeah, only reason you survive is because he missed the hook.
There's a hog above us.
Hog above us.
And you could also take the far right now, because like if you're standing here, you're in threat of the hog. You can't get any kind of good sideline from here, but later in the game, if the card gets pushed further, you definitely want to be on the left side. But you can take right side for further sidelines, or you, if you want to rotate into a place like that.
Yeah, I think I was going left because I want to sight on hog, but I could accomplish like right now on the right, and then also have a sight line on them.
You have Bob as it is, and
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to kill the hog, but he could maybe hook you up and kill you.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, here this is good. You zoned out the hog if he was top left. This is just a question if he rotates down the stairs on right side, in which case you just walk backwards away from him.
It's gonna bob from behind.
Yeah, hog behind.
Yeah. I like the positioning of the Bob, but as they're using Nano Blade, you're probably not gonna win it. Oh! Okay, you just turned it off now. I'll take it over.
Come here, bitch. Right behind you guys, right behind you.
Ow.
Alright.
It's gonna bob from behind.
Yeah, hog behind.
You get him, nice. You rotated a bit too far out in order to shoot the other, but it's fine. Like, you're still using the coverage, it's all about.
Can you do like a Kefri, or can you show me that again? What do you mean? Can you elaborate about?
I mean, perfection is when you barely show your hitbox to her. So, perfection is...
Are you able to do like slowdown speed on this, or no?
Sometimes slowdown speed doesn't work in inside, which is kind of annoying.
Okay, that's fine. But basically, okay, I'll watch carefully. Yep.
No, it's
So-
not willing to give me slowdown.
That's fine. That's fine. So, like right now, okay, I kind of expose all the way to get the mercy, and then I kind of come back, and I could barely see the Ana, which is good.
Yeah, and then you move out. So perfection is basically just only seeing, well, maybe like this amount, but not all of this. And then when you picked extra out is what I didn't like, because you already had the sight on her. And it's also increasing your movement, like making it hard for you to shoot her. Well, on the other hand,
Come here, bitch.
make it hard for her to
Right
shoot
behind
as
you
well.
guys, right behind
Oh
you.
fuck! Forgot about that.
There's an on up
That's
here.
trash.
I'd actually think he was still in main there.
Azara needs
What
help.
are you guys doing?
Nice, you
They are
finished.
getting on my nerves.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay, wait, what do they have? Widow and Hanzo? Or
Oh,
Widow
wait.
and Ashe?
Did you press that?
They are getting on.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Doom now.
Okay.
You definitely don't want to be in your previous positioning. Like, you want to be, like, if the card was in the previous positioning, you could be on the right side, or you could be far left if the card moves up. And the card is moving up, so you want to be far left.
Nerves.
60 seconds remaining.
I mean, yeah, okay, the card has, okay, I thought the card had moved a bit, further. This is all new. You unable to do anything right now? This does nothing. Just coach gun up here. And throw in the dynamite. Right? And you get the
From their
cover.
back line. Yeah.
And if they try to deal with you, you walk away. Right?
Yeah.
You dynamite a Bob. Get rid of the Bob. That guy didn't. If he just shot you normally instead of the fucking rocks, he'd have stoned you out completely. Because like one time shooting rocks at you, that's it. You gotta walk away. Because if he gets directs on you, you're dead.
So like the right, all the way right is objectively better, because
Well,
like
not all the way right. I just mean
Just
Here?
that high. Oh, that corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
that corner, you get better sidelines. You get shots at their backline, their Ashe, everything. And if they turn to deal with you, hey, fuck you guys, I don't care
Yes.
anymore.
Well, and I can walk back, but like
Yeah.
that door, I have like no sight lines, and I can easily get like spammed out.
Yeah, like he shoots you once with normal primary fire, that's it, you're super scared, right?
Yeah.
Because he just needs to shoot you once more. The Roadhog died, I'm not sure if he gotten back, but if he is back, he can fuck you up as well here. So easy.
Yeah, and I can't see anybody. Yeah, it's just a bad position.
Like, there's even a Doomfist that can come to fuck you up.
Reload.
Nope, okay, let me get the head.
30 seconds remaining.
Like, a lot of the times you just go into enclosed areas where you don't get sidelines either.
So just a heads up, like we go OT, right? So like, god damn it, dude. So like this is like so winnable. Like if we held it here, we would have won the game.
But what could you also have done better here now?
Can you rewind? So like I'm all the way. All right. So
You land the dynamite, that's the correct choice.
yep. So far it's okay.
What's the problem
So-
now?
I think.
They can land shots
I
on
mean-
you while you don't have shield.
What's that?
Because May nearly headshot you there.
All's going top right now. Want to sleep on?
Then you get hooked. Oh, you were so close to Coach going far enough way. Like if you had Coach gone a little earlier, but like basically you're close to Bob right now, and your play should just be like, okay, play safe, get dynamite up, and throw it consistently at them, get Bob, and you can win, right? You don't
Yeah, I
have to
guess like
You don't have to
my
take any risk.
mindset was. Yeah, I guess I was trying to rush to get Bob. Like.
Skip. I forgot they were playing a May now. Are they still playing the Ashe? That's a May. What the fuck is
I think
that?
that's an Ashe all the
Yeah,
way
that's
back.
an Ashe. So they don't have
One shot potential.
yeah, the Doom con. Got a thing actually. So they got road ball. Yeah. Oh. Going sideline is kind of fine, but I just don't want to see the entire team, like your entire team, being on this right side, because then you don't get.
Well, there's like an Ashe. Should I be prioritizing that Ashe?
Yeah. Oh, depends. Like if they're coming on you. So here. So like, there's two things here. Potentially the Ashe, but she's so far away, you're probably more likely to miss. Getting a kill on Moira stops them from getting healing.
Well, I'm also like way pushed far. Like what I could have done is I could have just like corner, like peek, and like right here,
Yeah,
like
that was the other thing.
just a little more back. Yeah, just a little more back so that their Ashe can't see me. Like so, I'm way exposed for no reason, no benefit. Like I just want to be able to see their Moira, and that's it.
Like
That could've been our winning
unfortunately
condition.
for you, your entire team is dead here, so you don't know where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
So like if the sidelines are equal and they have Ashe, May, and they don't have anything that's gonna definitely hold right side, or like try to abuse right, you want to look to see if a part of your team take that right and the other part taking this well, so you can at least get an off angle, because you're gonna be so much more effective if taking an off angle with your team. You get killed. Anything that happens after that? No, you just die again as you walk out. Neat. I'm gonna skip over to attack. I'm also gonna add some in stream. Chili on or ping. Yeah, I'm active. You can DM me. I gotta remove the inactive role. I'll do that after this review.
Repeat myself? Do you need me to repeat myself? Do you need me to
Attack commences
Do you
in
need
30
me to
seconds.
repeat myself?
Reinhard, I must say you're looking quite well. This life must agree with you.
And you are looking as lovely as ever.
Skip this. I'm gonna make notes. Let's see.
Can I tell you? So my personal takeaways so far, like, well, the biggest thing is just like maximizing, like trying to like peek as much as possible or peek as little as possible to just see enough of what I need to see without exposing myself. And I guess, yeah, so that's kind of like my main takeaway.
Yeah, and like it's still like those times where you can peek as little as possible. Like, I feel like it's more often than times that you don't even have that option because you're moving too far out of cover, or it's not playing those areas. Or considering that, like, where can I get the off angle? Or where can I get a long sideline? Or I don't want to go into this enclosed area when I press tab and look at the difference in compositions. I cannot do shit against their composition in an enclosed area. Furthermore, I can't get a sideline on them.
Do you think also too, like, I'm not keeping in mind like exit options? So like, do you think I might be playing a little bit too aggressive? Like where like I'm not really trying to keep in mind like, okay, if they start pushing me or if there was somebody pressuring me, like
I don't really.
I could just
I don't
like
really
I'm not.
feel- No,
What's
I
up?
know what you're gonna. I don't feel like that's the thing. I just.
Okay.
I feel like you just need to consider your sidelines a lot more.
Gotcha.
I don't feel like you're being too aggressive. Too aggressive would be going on the high ground every time you did it once on third point. Yeah. And sorry for interrupting. That's a bad habit of mine.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna hold up. I gotta.
Capture objective A.
Alright. I've written down playing a bit far from cover, not scouting before rotating. That's double I. Remember that? Whatever. Sidelines are poor and not considering enemy positioning. Lack of positioning near cover. You did it once effectively on third.
Go top
That
left.
was nearly perfect.
Top left, top left.
Should I be taking an off angle here? I wasn't a big fan of like just standing here.
Like, it depends a bit on what they have in main. If you had pressed tab before going all the way with them, you could find out. So if there's
Yeah.
nothing that would threaten you in main, you'd definitely get more value from an off angle. Like, let's imagine they played full brawl and you stood here, you'd just die with fight. But they got a roadhog onto it. You can barely hit shots because you can't see shit and they're just dodging this because like it's an entire enemy team. But if you stood on the boss in main, like you could get sidelines on something.
Shoot the turret, shoot the turret.
And you get zoned out, can't do anything,
They roofed off.
you miss it.
Drop your point.
And you get what? Oh, that was a Reaper. Like, was the Reaper to your right? Wait. That has me confused because what?
think
Okay,
probably
okay. Reaper's low.
Alright, no,
It
he's
sounded like
probably
he was next to you, but it looks to be that a Torbjorn hit you by accident. Well, not accident, but whatever. But yeah, I think definitely an
Go
off
top
angle
left.
here would give you more. Because also, if you just stay here, their Reaper also has the option of rounding around here. Like when you guys have rotated through, their Reaper comes from behind, and then the DPS are kind of fucked because the Reaper gets to fight where he wants. Like, this sneaks up on you.
I'm actually gonna go straight point.
Rip.
Come with me, Lucy.
I wouldn't have liked it even if you got up on the high ground because you haven't checked on who is up there. So if there's two people standing up there already, you're just gonna die.
Lucy.
Alright, go on now. Reaper's perfect. Reaper's one.
Nice. Oh no. He's pulling it out. No, he failed!
Oh, he didn't do it.
Fucking. That could have been glorious.
Hog's far out.
Oh,
Wasted B.
that's so
Yeah, that's
trash.
alright.
Clean up
You
this
could have done
mess.
this.
But I like the second fight there because you allowed yourself to get better sidelines.
Hog came back. Kill shit, please. Damn, come on, guys, you got this.
You don't want to go closer to this because you're getting in hook range and in Moira sock range. And Reaper is here. Yeah, he raves out of the graph and now he's looking in the general direction. Bye! You should be fucked, yeah. Like, that just stay main. Or coach
Well, I
going
got
up.
booted.
Or the other option would be better, like move up to where the hill is like at its peak, and then on the right side here, just coach going up, and then they can't do shit about you and you win the fight. But here, like you're standing too close to where they wanna fight you and you just get killed for it. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Huge.
Oh,
Why?
I think no, I think we lose this.
Really?
On, can you switch
Yeah.
to Moira?
We eventually like win, but I feel like we lost that point.
Oh my god. Like they could have been one for sure if you didn't die and just like took the high ground there. Or on the left side would have also been fine, like one of the two. I prefer right side, but nah. Do I? Oh, I don't care. Right side a little bit better.
Excuse me.
Alright, we're going to feet.
60 seconds remaining.
And Bob. Get it.
Very one.
Sure loud during those downtimes.
Huge. Standpoint.
Just keep checking. So far in this fight, I didn't like the fact that you didn't once check if the Reaper was there or there was anyone up there. Like, also when you rotated up, you didn't check if there was someone, like, just look and then go. So like, yeah. Just look if you can see a person there, because if there's already a Reaper standing there, yikes.
So like to do that, I need to like step back a little bit more so I can get a better angle.
I mean, you can look from where you come here. Let's see. Yeah, like even before, like I'm fine with it if you just like when you're about to coach down, just look once and then go. You don't even have to reposition. Like, just the inkling of wanting to look. Because on first point defense, you died in part 2 not having looked over here, and there was a Roadhog literally standing next to you.
Very one.
And you have Reaver above you, but you don't get to react to it because you're reloading on the way.
Standpoint.
I would like you to dynamite a squish now. Nice.
Hook. There's no one left. I'll use this hook.
Yeah, okay. Just a better sideline than that. The fear here is when the Reaper is still here. And you get zoned out, you gotta walk back.
No one can hide from my sight.
I know I die here. Oh, that's. I guess maybe I should just stay near the corner. I don't know.
Like, all our enemy
Kill
team
it.
has to do here, so like they've already gotten to the boss area. All they have to do to fuck with you is just, hey, let's go that way. They go this way. They're taking a 6 versus 4. Because you and Lucy are just too far away. You get what I mean?
No, can you say that again?
So like, they're already at the boss. If they go around the boss like that, even if you throw your
Okay.
dynamite and stuff, and they and no one is pushing you, you get no value, because if they just rotate around, they zone you out in terms of you not getting sidelines on them at all, while your loser is too far away from his team, and they can just walk
Speed them
main
out.
yeah, what?
Got it. They could just speed into our team, and
Yeah.
we don't have our Lucy to speed out. Okay.
Like you have no chance then. I just preferred if you just stayed back, got a north angle, and that'd be it. You'd also ask potential poke time by doing the entire flank.
Huge pick. Let's go. How about Ryan?
Go for Mega, go for Mega, go for Mega. You're not gonna win that. Oh.
Damn, we really fucked that up.
Good comments from
Huge
you,
pick,
Ryan.
let's go.
Oh wait, you lose you.
Yeah.
And don't have to go that far. Like if you're gonna go out there, like just take the bus, take the car here as cover, because then you can still get good sidelines. You even get sideline of this, and this. But just standing here, it gives you nothing else than what this would, and this would even bring the cover faster. You get what I mean?
So yeah. So yep.
Like this
So
brings
play
you
that corner
nothing.
more.
This brings you something. This brings you something.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was just out in the open.
How about Ryan?
I just got wrecked immediately.
Yeah, standing out in the open.
Ah, it's somewhat fine because you're really close. Though you didn't check where the Reaper was last time. Like if your Reaper has been here once, just make sure to check. You can just go to the car here and you'll be able to see. And he was there. He raves in time to avoid the anti and he gets beat. When he hit the beat, he didn't need partly such a coward if he wanted to win that.
Oh right, my bad. Sorry. Forgot.
30 seconds remaining.
There's something I don't like here. They still are able to push in to contest, and you gotta play as if they might, because like unless if our tanks are pushed up for space and just taking all the space, then we don't have to move. Then we can move our like where we currently are. But if they haven't, then just take this positioning. Like you see your side beaming something there, so you know that they're here. And then when the actual fight starts, you don't have sight line of this area, but you do only like just barely have a car, which is good, but could be better. You could deal with the Reaper first because he's a threat to your team, and then not care about Moira first off. Moira has fade out way speed anyway. Sorry. What is she doing? Why? What are you doing, Moira?
DPS?
Insane.
She's got gold damage, man. Come on,
my,
team,
what
step
the
it up. I've got
hell?
gold damage. Yeah, well, it's ranked. Alright.
I mean, at that point, just for fucking sin. So in terms of positioning here on third, like left side is a bit fucked because you'll be in range of many cooldowns. Main is probably preferable, and then you can start rotating right side as you get the opportunity, or you could go up to this high ground. As you'll still get really good sightlines from this, and you get sightline of where they move out of spawn, while not being in any kind of threat from them.
Reaper's on us, he's gonna ult.
Ah, well, he made an attempt. Nice. Stay in this area, please. Please, please. Okay.
It's kind of
So much of Overwatch is downtime.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Over here.
Like I also feel like part of downtime in hero pick phase is just like, wait, what does my team like to play? Like thinking, hey, What should I pick so I can actually synergize with this guy? I wish you could hover over people and just see what they like to play so you
Yes,
can
yeah.
immediately
Yeah,
recognize this composition will work for us.
You used to be able to do that.
Yeah. It's really bad that they removed it. Like, just let us pick which heroes we prefer for each role. Like, let us pick 5 heroes we prefer.
Yeah, I heard that idea. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, but they haven't. It's so... It's kind of dumb.
Yep.
Oh, Nick, you get here.
They got a main.
Get wall, get wall.
There's a hawk coming behind you guys. Maze 1.
Oh.
As you're not gonna kill the Hawk, but you can kill potentially the Mei there, or the Ashe. I prefer you just drop them immediately. Unless your entire team is on the Hawk.
Ashe
then it's
slow.
fine. Nice, you got the Ashe. That's what I meant, right? I lost track of him.
Behind us.
Let's clean up this mess.
Oh,
I got shot.
Should have held in the same spot.
what?
You hate to see it.
You wanna hear something absolutely retarded?
Hmm?
I like picking heroes based on their nationality for different maps.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So I sometimes just pick
Numbani,
Doom on Numbani if I get DPS.
Orisa.
Yeah, and Orisa. On Hanamura, I just love going.
It would have been, you know, I always thought it would be cool if they kind of balance the map so that it kind of favors or makes, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it makes sense for like the local hero.
Yeah,
So,
I wish that was a thing. Like they tried to balance it around that.
like Junker Town. Like, come on, like Junkrat sucks on that map. Like for the most
Yes.
part, it's like open areas. So
Yeah, it
or-
just kind of sucks. It's video time. It's so annoying.
yeah.
Like this map should also just be permabanned. It's so annoying to play on. So like so while you already have cover, if you stood here, you'd be able to see if the roadhog went through the this area better. Ah, alright, he's main when we don't care.
Let's go, let's go.
Oh yeah, there's a some point. We can also use the point as an indicator for.
Speed boost me. I'm gonna shatter all
That's a really fucking good dynamite.
Hawk
No, that's a
purple.
really good fucking shatter.
Yeah,
Oh man.
your team popped off, including you.
Just press Q all at once.
Do you need me to repeat myself?
One. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Let's get a move on. Let's group up here.
Just let me know if you notice anything I don't.
Oh, okay.
Hawk above.
I
I
shall
mean, you
coach.
already are sometimes, but it's just like this is the second time I'm actually getting to look at an Ashe watch because people don't never request Ashe coaching, so
Behind you
I'm
guys.
rubbish, I believe. And so I've got more practice with it. Yeah, it's fine with tweeting.
May low.
Grabbed on the other side, sorry.
Take the mega. You know what you did.
Okay.
Hawk behind. Call target.
Alright, back up, back up. Back up, guys.
Take care of that fuck.
You don't have to care about the turret. If you just stayed a bit further back, you could shoot at the Ana for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna, can you sleep him? Or something? Can I play Anna?
Like another thing we'll cover. Let's see. No, I can't use that as expand. Or just keep on look at it.
Let's get this done.
Nope,
Shoot
I
wall,
can't.
shoot wall.
I guess this can work. Ignore the fact that there's 2 doors here, and just imagine there's only this one, okay? For the example.
I'm locked out. Shoot wall. Shoot wall.
Another part of why I really enjoy people just focus on using corners is that you can limit the amount of people that have sideline of you. So right now you can see the illusion, he can see you, and you can only shoot at one person. The further you move out, the higher chance you'll meet someone down here that can also shoot you. Which with the Torbjorn and with the turret in main and Anna, that's a good example of that part. Nice. You fucked.
Go point, go point, go point.
Hide behind. I could die. Reloading.
Thank you, Anna.
Get off.
So this is the fight that will decide the game.
I'm excited. Let's see if you win. Get it, get it, get it. Oh.
The anticipation. What will I submit a VOD where I win?
Get the mini. No, don't you. No. Oh. Like, you just got the mini and you'd be back with your team with Orisa. Like here it's so easy to deal with you.
So right now I feel like completely zoned out. Should I just abandon that door and flank?
Like this sideline is only good if you're really cheeky and going for one pick, and then you just coach gun right side back to your team, because other than that it doesn't bring you anything. Furthermore, if there's anyone in this area, if there's a Roadhog or MA, like already here, you're dead. Hey, you're doing nothing, doing nothing. You can start moving out. I'm gonna guess you get shot. Nope, they forgot about you. Yeah, they stopped zoning you. So like, if this wasn't like an overtime situation and they weren't rushing to touch point, they could have definitely just gotten rid of you if you moved that way entirely again. You get what I mean? Because like you're more interested in these open sidelines. They want these smaller sidelines, especially with me.
Yeah, if it was an OT, someone would have been like Ashe right, Hog would have gone right. Yeah.
Like if it was Scrim, Hawk would have dealt with you.
You guys got this.
Yikes.
Stay on.
Unlucky, nice try.
I mean, you get the kill in the main, but you could have probably done that in the main either way. And you managed to not do like too much of that due to the poor sideline. So let's see.
So what 3 things? Yeah, or the main kind of like things I should focus on.
Give me a second, I'm gonna write down my last thing here. I'm actually a little bit peculiar because I used to use Notepad. I forgot to just use Notepad today so that I stream actually also can see it.
Are you using WordPad upgrade?
Black Notepad.
What? That
Yeah.
seems pretentious. What's Black Notepad?
It's free, it's on the net. I literally just picked it because a dude complained in the stream that the white notepad, if you already got a background in Twitch, it just lights up your screen, and if you already got a dark room as well to add on to that, it just gets annoying.
Man, your viewership, it's all basement dwellers. Kappa.
I mean, I'm one of them, whatever.
Actually, I have all my shades up right now. I'm in the dark. Oh, this is super helpful. Like watching this with you, like I didn't realize how kind of like lazy my kind of like corner picking was. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, like the main thing is also just like sidelines. Make sure these sidelines are long. Like get long sidelines. And look to make them off angles from your own scene. And then like play cover. You've died, I don't know, at least two times to not having picked off a health pack. Like you can also as you play a lot of support as well. I'm guessing for support you main honor.
Yeah.
If you're near a fucking health pack, you're definitely picking it up as honor. And there's several times where you just didn't do that as Ashe. So that's one other thing. It's like just play cover near health packs and then use them.
That will help me for my mana play as well.
Thank you for the bits. I'll send this to you.
Awesome.
Fuck, that's the wrong one. Alright, I'm gonna move on to a Baptiste one. Anything
Yep.
else you wanted to
Oh
talk about?
no, this was really helpful. Thanks so much for doing this.
Alright.
Hope everything else goes well for you.
Yeah, thank you. See ya.
Yep. Take care.
I'm gonna look at an insights VOD. There's a lot of coaches in here. Can I attack? Looks like it's yellow they use. No. Fuck, cancel. Great attack. Name it Woody. Don't care particularly about the color. Fuck, that might be the same color scheme. Tagged. Yeah, what? I gotta find the one that is to be reviewed. How the fuck can I check the tags? This is actually a pig of me. To be reviewed. Great. So we're gonna look at the scroll Baptiste. Oh, the graphics.
Hello.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So playing the Somber Genji, Baptiste, the Sen. Fuck, okay, yeah, this is a fuck comp. I guess it's gold. I disagree with the mortality field because your Reinhardt could have first off just taken cover. Furthermore, well, your Reinhardt is a bit stupid in moving up with the shield aggressively like that when they have more poke, but that's on him. But your Reinhardt could have just used cover either way. Your job basically right now, your Sen is moving point, that means you can just stay here. Move from pillar to pillar, use it as cover, and then if your Reinhardt gets low, obviously mortality field him, but he's fine, he could just use the cover there. And unless you see him crit, don't force the immortality. Gotta go to where he placed it. No, and like also like the immortality field is in an area where they can easily shoot it, so you get no value because they just break it immediately. It is broken. Yeah. I want to be sure. Your Reinhardt had not even lost any. Like, the only person missing HP of importance is you, and that's because you moved up here. Everyone else would have been fine. Like, your Reinhardt took all the damage to his shield, you placed the immortality field, it got broken, obviously, and you got no value out of it. So you're forcing, I'm gonna call it Lamp for short, forcing Lamp, poor positioning, should be further in the back, and as previously mentioned, you could use the pillars here as just cover. So you don't get slammed, but your Sin does, and then you can heal your Sin from a safe distance. and you'll be completely fine. Should be further in the back line. It's supposed to be clear. No one critical. And it got destroyed easily. Never is a really. What do you mean by never? Because I read your comment late and I'm a bit uncertain about your the context you're using it in. Like which, what you're referring to with which I said. Aqua, what do you mean never? So I'm guessing it's something I said, but I'm a bit uncertain about what. Let's just do that. You lost track of your second support. That's a big goof. Wait, Aqua, do you know Kero? Like they're full health. Sai's not taking any damage. The other person is the Genji. Yeah, you can shoot the Genji once. Alright, get one shot on the Genji. One. Oh my. Oh, the entire team's flying. That's gonna get destroyed in 2 seconds. Okay, what are they doing? Okay, whatever. Yeah, they're moving back because McCree is slow. Whatever. I would like more damage. I just didn't notice. Yeah, I didn't notice your message yet. Sorry. I'm actually prepared. Yeah, you missed the shots on the Genji. Yeah, sure. Like, I don't even like him moving over here. Like, just it doesn't bring you any kind of value to do that rotation. It actually brings you less because during this rotation you're looking into the ground. First off, why? And then second, just staying here brings you cover, and you can just shoot your support Reinhardt and keep him alive. You don't have to move like this. What made you use immortality field? Let's check. I require healing. Alright, your Sombra peeled your Sin. And I don't think you noticed at all that your Sin was pressured. Yeah, get off payload as support, let them push. Yeah, taking high ground as and DPS is fine. Let's get rid of that. The fight's already won, so save your Sin, save your Sin. I'm gonna move back to when Sin was asking for healing because he showed no awareness for it. I'll require him. I'm just ignoring this, that's why like it's already won, so it won't make a difference. Reading the stream chat.
We're on the move.
Oh fuck! You got. Don't do this. You're doing nothing. You could either move payload or you could move up and support them. If your Sen is alive, is he alive? Let's go back and check. If he's been dead in the last 10 seconds. Nope. Wait, maybe if he died before you got point. I'm gonna go back and make sure. Nope, he lives. Alright, preferably right now your Sin is moving point. I don't know what he's doing. But like this shit doesn't work while you choose the in between. Like if your deep tanks at Martyr, alright, maybe save them or move the point. Like make a decision. And preferably save them. Is what I feel. Like it's a fuck off from the macro either way. Like you said, me pushing the point, but whatever. Like you're forced to save them either way. Either save your teammates or move the point. Like if he had moved the payload just a little bit in the start, he might be able to heal his team's team if it fell back a little bit in main.
How about a little extra heal? How about a little extra heal?
What made you use shift? Your Shen is full. Your Genji is full health there. There's nothing that made you shift there. And now will be the time. Alright, try and save yourself. Use a mortality field, that's fine because you don't know who's. I mean, if you know he has Sin or just like save it because he's probably gonna use it for the blade either way. And then use Demon's if you will this time. Because the trance was used. I'm not gonna note that down because like I'd rather just if you watch the bottom, listen, it's not major for gold. I just want the basics down. No. Why did you use shift earlier? Okay, that's fair. There we have it. Well, I gotta fix this shit. There we go. See, this is a good shift. Everyone gets healed. Sorry, I reading stream chat again. I hate the ultimate because you're at the end of the fight. Also, vice versa, you see position to use it. Like you're not even like. Your Reinhardt doesn't really get much value from that one. Like all he can do is fire strike, but they should be able to avoid it. Otherwise, they kind of fuck up. But you get a lack of value, which is the more important part. Like you get more overall value from it, and yeah, it's just poorly placed. I find the other things to be more important. Maybe like when you get to platinum, you actually want to focus on the ultimate placement. But I found that the fact that you're losing the basics of positioning, you're not keeping track of your other support and letting him die, and then lastly that your usage of shift has been also awful at times. Like you're just using it randomly. To be really sad. Like the same thing with lab, like that's not used at the correct times either. Oh fuck, all is on today and I'm fucking getting someone from an airport back home. Save him, save him. Nice. Better shift than the previous ones. And do damage as well. You can heal there. Like he's dead already. Let's see if we can put in damage to kill something. I don't like this. Use the cover. Like this pre-position everyone all the time with cover. Here, get to the cover on the left side. I'm not gonna note it down again because I want to actually look for the inside part. Yeah, I was reading chat. Let's go next fight. I'm interested to see how big the Wurmstein is gonna be today. Let's see. You have a lack of awareness for the fact that your is critical. Can't go there. And like, okay, that heal up did nothing. Heal thingy. But if you shot, get me that fucking pen. If you shot down there, or maybe not in the back, but here, you'd probably be able to hit her. The other part I don't like is like your Zen is crit. Show advantage for him. Your Zen, he has to trance. Could you have saved him? Check the high ground. They only hit a little. The high ground doesn't really do you anything out here unless you do damage to the enemy team at the same time, so you might as well be low ground, like, well, not low ground, but with your Reinhardt, like, not the super high ground. Because here you just expose yourself to getting shot by these guys, and the Genji. But you don't have any intent of doing damage to them, because you're healing your team. The shift did nothing because your Sin was still in trance. Shift did, but Sin is trance. I mean, yeah, okay, you didn't touch the trance time. You could have used I need healing, ask for the orb from Sin. Yo, hold up, I'm gonna make my dog shut up because he's barking like crazy. I'm back. Apparently my mother was cleaning the vacuum cleaner so that it would, yeah, like, because there was something in it. And my dog got scared and started growling at it. And then he started barking. I can't remember the breed of the dog, like I keep being told it, but I keep forgetting it. I'm just gonna move on to the next fight here. I don't feel like looking back.
Payload start.
Stanish him. Good. He's full health, shoot the Genji. Your Sin is under pressure. Do you notice? Do you notice? No, you don't notice. Like, if they have people that can dive your Sin, just rotate with your Sin then. I suppose not with him, but near him. Like already there, he starts getting shot. Right, like here, he starts getting shot. And this should be where alarm signals go and all the sirens are like, save him! And you should be going that way, get the sideline on him, save him, right? But, let's heal my full health Reinhardt some more, let's go! And he dies. But if instead, you just made sure you rotate near him and healed him, he'd be alive. And you did. Alright. I mean, there is the other conversation of you don't want to be main because you allow yourself to be flashbang, but like, I just find the thing that you're letting your Sin die, and like, if you wanted to survive, you just rotated near where your Sin was. Like, your Sin had better positioning because it was hard to get flashbanged. Like, they're playing a pretty divey comp. I'm retarded. But they're playing two characters that can dive. So in this area, their ball has a harder time pile driving, while in this area, he has an easier time. That means supports die if you're standing here, but if you're standing like here, it's harder for him to pile drive. And that's the important part. Why, Sompa? You have a Genji dead, and your team is not rotated up. Aww. Why would she do that? EMPs is so handsome. Okay. Maybe he wasn't spawn. I don't know. I hate the fact your team is moving up, but you can't force because your team is doing it. Like, You still have people in spawn. And the zombie MP in spawn because he's fucking difference. Your Reinhardt's got drop. Like you didn't need to throw the immortality field that drop no thing. Why? No, dude. Why are you putting it putting it backline makes you able to have an easier time pocketing your teammates. Putting it backline allows your Hanzo and Zenyatta to use it. Putting it frontline allows them to walk past it, but they're not in this situation because you're using your ultimate at mid-fight again. Your Reinhardt only gets to fire strike through it once, it's easy to dodge. Unless you're holding it, but yeah, whatever. Like, it's just, I don't like this Baptiste ultimate. I find the other things to be more important because in this every single fight that you let your Sin die, you are not looking for the ball and you get slammed for it without doing damage to him prior. Shoot him. Shoot him. Yay! Heal your Sin, heal your Sin. Don't let him die, do not let him die. It's your fault if your Sin dies in. It's your fault if you die. Alright. Here, we could have been up here on the high ground and we could have maybe played the cover there. Or you could have been using this area for a bit of cover. You didn't have a mortality field because, well, you used it for McCree Ultimate. Which is sort of reasonable, but you could have just used the cover as, like the payload as cover, or the Reinhardt shield, and you should be fine. Like, don't, they are, no, let's just go back. I don't think he was protected at all in McCree, so like if you guys just played behind your Reinhardt shield while you're Sin and while you yourself and Zenyatta shot to get McCree, he'd be dead and you didn't even need to invest your Baptiste ultimate. Wait, not your Baptiste ultimate, your fucking Baptiste immortality field. The fucking immortality field is better than any fucking ult I know of. Oh. Obviously, EMP is better, but whatever. Clocks of it is just like, you know, so I feel this basically not out. Come on, it's size load. That's my baby. No, I just pressed 0, putting me back to start. Okay.
Incoming. Stop the payload.
No, I liked it if maybe starting on the high ground, if they have a sniper, you'd get headshots, so if you really need to verify whether or not they have snipers first off. Once you get to 15 seconds in, you can take the high ground. Because you can press tab now and see, but they... my dog is in my room now. With the ball there, you just kill him, nice. That's the maze fault for moving out of shield. Did he just get destroyed? May full health. I'm pretty sure he got bursted by Hanzo. Yeah, you. I don't fault you for not reacting to May dying there. You didn't need to see, shift there, I think. Did you? No, you only lost 10 HP. You could have just healed your tanks, like continued with healing them. The one concern I have right now is your Ana being low HP. Where is your Ana? I think she started high ground. I'm guessing she got shot by Hanzo considering her HP, or... No, a McCree headshot did that. That fits the HP. They're not critical. They're not critical. Or in any danger. Or in immediate danger. Please, no. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Your side was good. Now, notice your honor. Please, please. She's just waiting for you to heal her. Please, notice your honor. Please. Yes, you noticed her when she went in front of your sideline to get asleep. You should have noticed this way earlier. Like, again, the Genji going up, maybe like, I can't remember if he stayed alive, but like, the point is, if the Genji was still alive throughout that fight, he could have engaged in Yana and she'd just be dead, and that'd be huge for them. Nice, you actually healed your soul support. Keep it up. I'm in a mix right now, like your cooldown usage is shit, your ultimate is shit, your positioning, and your awareness of further support. So awareness of support, you didn't notice several times when he was getting shot at or dived. Your own positioning in your cover needs to be better. Your ultimate usage has been poor, but that's not as important. I think we can erase these because your own positioning doesn't get punished enough, but you can get a lot more out of just being aware of your support and just your cooldowns. I'm gonna keep looking. Cool, you got a fire strike for no damage, a lot of them. Do you have better poke, by the way? Yeah, you have better poke, so this is fine. Position your cover, like you don't, like, you get the same value being a bit further back here, as you do here. No, not the same. You get more. Well, you get the same value in terms of healing and damage, but you're also safer if you're further back. Yeah. And your team wants to poke more, so they want to play further back. Poorly placed. Like this fight was literally play further back so you don't get shattered. Lamp them, and then the lamp positioning was poor. They waste blade, lucky you. It's basically like just play further back near cover. Bit too far up again. If you can't trust your one, have to block a shadow shit. Like any gold thing. Your team starts to engage the fight. You place immortality field early when no one is critical. You shift when you already have your immortality field up. When the shift is kind of redundant and because no one is getting healing from it. You're standing out in the middle of an open when you could stand near the cover near Anna. Alright. One thing, you get same value and you will be safer playing further back with Joanna. Your immortality, I'm gonna write lamp for short, was before any ally was in immediate danger. Your shift was when your entire team had full HP. Lack of value out of both cooldowns. I'm uncertain. off or off? I think it's 1F. Of your, where you out of your cooldowns. I'm gonna take the start of the fight. Oh, yeah. Punish dragon. I might have called that your ultimate. I'm uncertain. Hopefully I didn't. But yeah. Like you could have played here or here, and been a bit more safe, and kept your honor safe as well. I find the worst part just to be someone opened my door again. I'm gonna lock that shit. Hello, somebody odd. Yeah. It's because people keep making noise outside and it's kind of getting annoying. That's what I'm saying, in part, and also just the one. Because I'm a bit annoyed with the more usage.
Enemies here.
Aha, kill him. Aww. I only have McCree. I still don't like this because McCree, yeah, shoots you once and you have to get scared or like use a cooldown to stay alive. Now shoots you another time. Nice. Okay, now you're getting really low here. Now shoots you a third time. Aw, please McCree, come on! I get shot by your team and takes cover, whatever. That positioning didn't really bring you much as they just shoot you once and you're scared. Like the better positioning would just be cover, like low ground cover. Because enemy shoots you once. And it's not like any kind of shots from you would be significant value. Like if you're a sniper, sure that positioning would be great, right? But nah, not as well. I mean, I like the back of point positioning more, like into the second point. Sniper still. The initial positioning would be really good for snipers either way. Why did you? Let's make sure. So your honor kind of ends with going there. You're already healing her. I mean, yeah, I guess like at least you're using a shift on the honor that's critical. I'm not gonna lower it down. Like it's better than anything else I've seen. And for once, you're keeping attention for your honor, for your other support. Like on attack, you never show advantage for your other support, other than when they were literally in your face getting powered right with you, right? But on a defense, you're luckily showing a little more attention, but it's still only if they show themselves to you. It's barely any attention on your support, you're just looking back. That immortality field was questionable at best. Like you should be playing cover already, and then the immortality field brings you no value. Die. Like just again play the corner. I should probably write it down. Play the cover. And then in terms of immortality field, was it because you got invulnerable 40 HP? If you hadn't used shift earlier, nah, it's fine. The shift earlier is better than any previous one. Be, yeah, like literally just play cover. I just absolutely hate it if you're gonna use a massage field just for yourself, because it's kind of like, my positioning was shit. Let me just use the most important cooldown I've got. Here, like, you could have just played cover and it'd be fine. X. Skip this. Yeah, nice they get touched like that. I like that in myself. Feel good playing cover. Oh my god, you're doing like that. The fight is lost either way because they're using such good ults. But like that's better than anything. Like that's the best we played this in this world, where you just like you placed the immortality field so it would just like touch them just barely. And then you were hugging the fucking cover while moving once in and out and healing them. Skip this. Oh, yeah, like an enemy match. Alright. How do you handle it when the ball and Genji playing your left side? Ah, the Genji fucking went back. Oh, that could have been a kill. No, stay near your Anna. Well, I suppose you don't want to be in the ball side. I just. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Oh! Big shadow! Yeah, just let him continue swinging. They already used the important ultimates. Use your Baptiste ultimate, please use it. Ah, okay, you won. With the Menno there, you're right, I could continue being aggressive. The only reason why is that I think we're just getting low there. Didn't want him dying. Oh my god, Anna, no! Anna! What are you doing now? Oh my god. Go, aggressive. Find some land, let them continue being aggressive. I hate that. Like, you're not gonna get anything out of this one. Nope, look at that. Good nothing. Ah! You had no advantage for way, but I couldn't shoot him. Oh my god. Alright, I was just yeah, there was knowing where he was and actually just shooting him. Yeah, fucked up the duel.
60 seconds remaining.
Let's see. I absolutely hate it whenever you fucking try to shoot someone that's already full health and it does nothing. Like, shoot the enemy team instead. Like, this does nothing. In fact, it's counterproductive because now you have less ammo for when you might need it. Like, there's no benefit to shooting someone full health. That full health. Oh, you're not. Okay, if you shift for yourself because your Ana is far away. Is your Ana dead? Yeah, your Ana is dead. Then I'm fine with it. Like, it's still like your positioning could have been better. Like you could have not rotated down the stairs here, and instead gone around. Little bit of cover there and just dropped. Then you wouldn't have used shift. Alright, sorry, right side. 10-9's got horrible positioning, what else? Oh, I'm on the back. That's right. Oh, there's a soldier. I would have liked it if you're already playing cover instead of your Rhine Shield. I mean, Rhine Shield only have to poke, but they've got better poke because there are more teammates on their side alive, and you're the only one able to poke through the Rhine Shield. You play some Immortality Field for mines. I don't like it because the mines are kind of poorly placed either way. You're not going to personally die to it. Like, the mines are payload, basically payload, it seems. Yeah, so the Immortality Field ends up being wasted. You used shift earlier on yourself because you managed to rotate poorly and got poked. And now you die dead when you need the Immortality Field for the graph. And you lose the fight. Cool. I'm just gonna have to put in a link to the YouTube video I'm gonna upload. But let's see. I'd say this player probably needs to focus. I mean, like, there's a bunch of things, but one or two things at best. Cooldown usage has been consistently bad, especially shift. Well, mortality field as well. And awareness of other support. I guess this goes further into a thing where you don't even know. So, like, with your lack of awareness for your wonderful other support, which you should always keep alive as a support player, it goes to an extent of not just keeping track of their health and stuff. Because, like, there's times where, like, half a minute goes by and the other support is 60 HP. There's times where you're using shift when no one is lacking HP. There's times where you're using mortality field when no one is in immediate danger. And it just kind of all comes back to not keeping track of your allies, and I suppose your own health, and then using your cooldowns accordingly. And if you're keeping track of your allies' health, you'd know that your Ana needs help, or your Sin on attack needs help, and you try to help them. But you don't keep track, and you just kind of use your cooldowns randomly as a result, I feel. So, like, oh. Or trying, I suppose you're not actually healing them, or trying to heal full health allies. Second verifier. Both attack and defense, you keep no track of your other supports. Like, yeah, I just gotta remember everything. I gotta write down as comment and then this. What do you on both attack and defense? Keep track of your support and keep them and keep safe. Like, use the game sense aspect of knowing the status of your allies, like their health, to then use your cooldowns accordingly. Because you gotta first off keep track of their health, to then use your shift at the right time, right? Like, if you don't notice the fact that your Ana is crit, then you definitely don't have that pit of like just knowing the health. And when you're also doing the thing where you're just shooting the ground when your Reinhardt is full health, like maybe it can be argued that you just don't know the fact that it's not heal over time or something. But yeah, it really feels like you have no awareness for this part where it's just okay. Do they actually lack health? I wrote that wrong. I'm gonna make sure that's written correctly. I'm pretty sure it's an O. Chad, can you help the pig out? I nope, I found the correct. There we go. Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna stop the stream here. Thank you for watching, whoever still is.